Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and here we go. There were 5 little frogs and the first frog said to the second little frog, hop on my head. And the second frog said, don't mind if I do. While the third frog said, I'm sticking with 2. Then the fourth frog hopped on top with a plop, and the first little frog said, enough, now stop.
Ribbit.
But the fifth frog said, we're super duper small. If I hop up top, we'll be super duper tall. So she did, and they all fell down.
Whoa, what? Oh no, get off me.
You're on my leg.
Ribbit.
There were 5 little frogs, and the second frog said to the third little frog, hop on my head. And the third frog said, sounds good to me. While the fourth frog said, I'm sticking with 3.
Ribbit.
Then the fifth frog hopped on top with the plop, and the second little frog said, enough, now stop.
Ribbit.
But the first frog said, we're super duper small. If I hop up top, we'll be super duper tall. So he did, and they all fell down.
Oops. Oh no, not me.
There were 5 little frogs, and the third frog said to the fourth little frog, hop on my head. And the fourth frog said, no prob for sure. While the fifth frog said, I'm sticking with 4. Then the first frog hopped on top with the plop, and the third little frog said, enough, now stop. But the second frog said, we're super duper small. If I hop up top, we'll be super duper tall. So she did, and they all fell down.
Timber.
This is getting ridiculous. Ribbit.
My leg. There were 5 little frogs, and the fourth frog said to the fifth little frog, hop on my head. And the fifth frog said, I'll certainly try. While the first frog said, I'm sticking with 5.
Broke.
Then the second frog hopped on top with a plop, and the fourth little frog said, enough, now stop.
Stop it.
But the third frog said, we're super duper small. If I hop up top, we'll be super duper tall. So he did, and they all fell down.
Get off me.
There were 5 little frogs, and the fifth frog said to the first little frog, hop on my head. And the first frog said, don't mind if I do. But I think it's time we try something new. Yeah, I think it's time we try something new.
I agree. Ribbit. Ribbit. Ribbit.